見てほしいのです。1週間ほど前に頬に発疹ができたのですが、そのうち治ると高をくくっていたら、むしろ少しずつ大きくなってきていまして。
それは鬼面種かもしれないですね。
Hello everybody, and Brilliant Healer episode 10 has just dropped. This is exactly kind of what I was expecting. There were a couple of surprises, but for the most part, this is a very expected development. I was waiting for this, honestly. I was kind of thinking he may get under Goldrand's good graces sooner rather than later, but it appears that it's going to be episode 11 where we uncover Goldrand's big mystery. Of course, it turns out that the same noble who failed to get the fox pellet, the fox pelt, pellet would be poop, pelt, has unfortunately had his daughter also go through this odd face. So this is a disease that basically makes the person lose their complexion. It takes root in the face and it makes them look like an old lady. Now they're asking for Goldrand, an experienced healer, to basically heal this without any scars. And there's no way he can do that, but he says he can, so he's gonna try. Of course, the noble ends up not wanting to have it done because she's a young lady and she's scared of. But Zeno comes in. Zeno, still his secret name, and is all like, "Hey, I heal bird. You should want to fly too." And she's all like, "Oh, such a romantic way of phrasing it. Oh, I should go and do the thing." And he convinces her in secret, so no one's like, "Oh, it's his fault that it's his fault she decided to go get healed. So if anything goes wrong, he can't be blamed, even though he knows nothing will go wrong." But here they are basically talking about who's gonna do the surgery. And he's all like, Zeno is like, "Yes, I will do the surgery. It's okay. You'll be fine." And then Goldrand's like, "You, dog boy, you'll do the surgery." I guess that makes sense, because he's been at the college institution longer, so I kind of expected Goldrand to think that he would be the better person to do it. Although these are the two people who are newest to his lineup, so the only reason why he picked them in the first place is because the dog lost the scars from the thing. That's an interesting reason to pick someone, but it doesn't seem like they're actually using that information. Eventually, they find out that the roots have taken such a far deep hold that they have to cut the nerves. And fun fact about cutting nerves is it's really hard to heal that. So it's going to leave a scar. Almost guaranteed. So he tries to pin the blame on Croissant, who was just told that he had to cut it, and Goldrand literally grabs the scalpel out of his hand and shoves it into her face, cutting the nerve. Of course, Zeno then comes in and basically says, "Okay, fine, I can heal it." And he takes his own scalpel, his magic healing scalpel that he makes. He's made it before. And he just goes away and starts cutting. And everybody else is like, "Whoa, this guy's crazy." They just back off and they're all like, "Oh, now there's a healing circle below the bed that we see for like a quarter of a frame." She wakes up and is all like, "Oh, my face is better. Who was that boy?" And one of the servants is all like, "Oh, his name was Zeno." I really wonder if she'll be able to find Zenos from the name Zeno. I think this noble also heard the name Zenos before when he was meeting with his old party. I think it was like the Rising Phoenix or something. It's been a while since I heard of them. But this noble has heard that name before, so I'm really hoping the noble is smart enough to kind of put those two things together. But we'll have to see. And of course, then we do a cut to Zeno is helping carry a couple of bottles for Dr. Becker. Essentially, they start saying, "Oh, we don't actually know what's in these, most likely. we normally don't. You know, it's like experimentation kind of stuff. Then Becker comes in and basically says, well, these ones are going to be extra special for some reason. The girl says that that's what he always says, but I'm kind of curious to see if that actually comes up, to where they have to use these bottles for something and they come in handy in the plot. That'd be interesting. A little bit of foreshadowing. Then Croissant comes back, little orange-haired friend character A. He comes back and basically says, hey, we've been invited to this dinner party and I might get promoted or whatever. And they all joke about it and it's funny and they have a good time. Overall, this was like a pretty mediocre episode. I feel like most of these episodes have been getting pretty mediocre. I hate to say it because it is the anime I chose to cover, but you know, it's a mid-anime. You know, it's worth the watch if you're really bored, but I wouldn't watch more than one episode at a time. It would kill me. What do you guys think? Maybe my take is wrong. Maybe this is a really good anime. Maybe it's absolute trash. Go ahead and leave your thoughts in the comments. Until next time, in the next episode, you guys have a blessed day. And while you're here, go ahead and check out this video to see what you might have missed.